I confess I do not have a sweet tooth. I have sweet teeth. Is it any wonder that I circle the globe sniffing out the sweet delights? And today, please forget about counting your calories and count your blessings, because I am going to take you to paradise. To Paris, of course, where the sweet stuff is divine, where pastries have lineage and macarons have history. And you know what? In the remotest town of Germany, guess where I home into? A chocolate room, of course. A movable feast is how Ernest Hemingway described Paris. For me, it's a movable, seductively sweet feast, literally too. Feel like $1 million as I stride into my most favorite 200-year-old palace hotel, La Meurice. The 3 P's of my dreams come together right here: Paris, Patisserie and Pablo Picasso. Because it is here that the legendary artist got married, and it is in this 200-year-old hotel that they make the most exquisite patisserie. My beloved Paris sprawls invitingly. Could you tell us a little bit about this hotel? It's like the history of the hotel?
Yeah, the hotel, the Meurice, is the first hotel, first palace built in Paris. It's old since 200 years old. It's the oldest, and it was always an hotel.
Oh,
always, since the beginning, built as an hotel. Yes, and the first owner, Mr. Meurice, built the Meurice for the English, the first traveler in the world, coming to France, to visit France and Europe.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And who are the famous people who've stayed here?
We have a lot of famous people during all the 19th century, like musician Tchaikovsky,
yes.
French writer Cyrano de Bergerac, and also Gabriele D'Annunzio.
I was told even my charming French escort bubbles over with names of the superstar regulars who stayed here as he takes me through their suites. Presidents and heads of state: Tchaikovsky, Rudyard Kipling, Madonna, Salvador Dali, Pablo Picasso. I'm enchanted, but fidgety to get to the real celebrity I've been looking for. It's really the patissier in the kitchen. What a superb tradition of pastry making there is in France. All thanks to Queen Catherine de' Medici, who married Henry II in the 16th century and brought Italian pastry makers, bakers, all in her Dahej. Joy of joys, in 1566, Patisserie was registered as a separate trade. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to the real superstars. What a variety! Here's the street smart strawberry, the cheeky apple, and then the opera. Would you guess that this famous opera, a multi-layered chocolate cake, is named after a building? The Opera Garnier, commissioned by Napoleon III, but created into a cake 100 years ago. Creativity knows no bounds. Fruits, roses, and even olive oil and peach. Cannelli. Chouquettes. Madeleines, the shell-shaped cakes made of eggs, butter and flour, are hugely popular. This time they immortalize the chambermaid, who came to the rescue of King Stanislaus in the 17th century, when his cranky sauce maker and the temperamental patissier deserted him after having a fight. In stepped the chambermaid Madeleine, baked the cake she knew and made chambermaids forever famous. Such is the power of pastry in France. I go to the most sexily glamorous address in town, Christian Dior's infatuation, Hotel Plaza Athene. The elegance seduces, but it's the patissier who is my hero. Presenting Champion du Monde, the champion patissier of the world. Chef Christophe Michalak has really been judged the champion patissier of the world in Coupe du Monde in Lyon, and this holds true for 2 years. And here's his trophy to prove it. He's going to demonstrate to us the most exotic, fabulous mille feuille. Chef,
yes.
Can you please show us how to make this mille feuille?
Of course.
I watch in hushed silence as the champion of the world takes pastry cream,
With a little bit of gelatin,
adds honey and gelatin,
just mix it a little bit like this. Okay.
flower of orange. Okay, flower of the orange.
Vérifie si le fondant est bien à température, Michelin.
And then whipping cream.
It's very easy to do anyway.
Voila, it's done.
This is my millefeuille.
He pulls out the pastry base, which has been baked in 1,000 layers, which is actually what the name mille feuille means. The story goes that it was the result of a foolish baker's foolish bet to bake a cake with 1,000 layers. He lost the bet 100 years ago, but the recipe got perfected and we are fortunate enough to taste the results. What are all these you've got in front of us?
So for the moment, this is the mignardise. It's the potiphar of the Plaza Athénée, what we do usually every day. So you have milk chocolate and passion, you have caramel cream, coconut cream, pistachio, and this is the macaron, a special macaron from the Plaza Athénée.
Now tell us, is pastry making an art or a science according to you?
Yes, for me it's like a art because I like very much all about sweet. So that's because I like a lot. When I was very young, I always liked the pastry. I hope all the Indian person appreciate the French pastry.
Of course we Indian person appreciate. The champion of the world can rest assured. And having watched all this poetry in action, I'm inspired. I make my way to the custodian of the French culinary tradition, the internationally renowned Cordon Bleu School, to take a quick few lessons.
First, only very slowly, very light. One. Press and down. Press and down. Press and down. Press and down.
Here goes. Press.
Again.
Bien.
Direct. Très bien. Très bien. Parfait.
This is for pressure and this is for direction.
Yes.
It's a great honor to be here with Chef Pâtissier Extraordinaire Fabrice Daniel, learning patisserie from him in Cordon Bleu in Paris. And now, to one of the most famous streets in the world, a Paris landmark. La Avenue Champs-Élysées, home to the most exclusive and exquisite luxury shops. And here's the most exquisite one of them all. Elegant and ornate. Is it a jewelry shop? Precious gems gleam in their chic display cases in this world-famous 200-year-old La Duree. And in the same purposeful way that customers choose exquisite items of jewelry, they select something suitable to crown their meal. Silken swirls of sensuous cream, light as air patisserie, moist, crisp, crunchy, cakes, pastries, desserts, macarons. Am I in sweet paradise? No, I'm in Paris. This is its most famous and delicious creation, the macaron. The egg white and sugar macaron, with its Italian origin, was introduced into France during the French Revolution by two Carmelite nuns who made their living by baking and selling these and were famous as the Macaron sisters. Do you know they make 16 different kinds of macarons here? I'm eating a pepper one. I just love the fact that macarons have histories, cakes and pastries have royal lineage. We're in France, my dear. Chocolates are good for three things. I'm sorry, two of them cannot be mentioned on public television. They give me a high, and me, the chocoholic, is off in search for my daily fix. Tell me, are you like me? Do you travel the world looking not for local museums, but for the local chocolate maker? Guess what? Right here in this sleepy town of Mulheim, next to Cologne, I've found myself a chocolate room. In the beginning, the good Lord created chocolate. And then he saw it was good. Then he separated the light from the dark. And then it was better. My taste buds are forever on the lookout for refined gourmet chocolate. And the best come from quality cocoa beans, preferably from a single estate, roasted and conched to perfection. I'm right now with Chef Luta Boos in my most fabulous, wonderful, magnificent place where I love to be because I'm a chocoholic. I'm not really an anonymous one. I'm extremely passionate about chocolates, and here we have a maestro, an artist in the true sense of the word, Chef Luta Boos.
Yeah.
Chef, you know, I've been smelling, inhaling, God, I'm getting completely high just doing that. These magnificent chocolates you have here. This one is done with chili, right?
Yes,
What
chili.
is this called?
This is Indian chili.
What chili?
Indian chili.
Indian chili.
Yes.
Woo. Here we are.
It's very spicy.
Indian chili. Where did you get this from?
It's German chocolate and Indian chili.
Now that's what I call a great Indo-German relationship. Woo, the chili chocolate bites back. When did you start chocolate making and how did you get into it?
Okay, I started for 24 years in a small pastry. I started my pastry and I love chocolate. And the first time I come in the room, I see chocolate. I love it and it's my passion now. And I work every day with chocolate. I come morning in my shop. I like with thymian, with fleur de sel. I like with chili. I like with anything. What do you want with chocolate? As a special, I make my self chocolate. I have Griola chocolate from Venezuela. I make it all things from the beans on with the chocolate. It's all my way.
Okay. What are the different things you do here other than make chocolates? You also make chocolate sculptures, right?
Yes, yes.
So tell us a little bit about those. Is this one of yours?
Yeah, yes, this is.
How do you do this?
It's for wedding. So special is white chocolate. You can make all things. I have the last Sunday I make a big boat. I make all things in chocolate in very big.
How do you model it? Like what do you do? No, but how do you make the shape? You do it with your hands? How do you do it?
Yeah, with hands. All things with hands. I make it with a knife and.
Okay, like a real sculpting.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have molds or anything for it.
Oh, I have molds for pralines or a football. I have a molds. A shoe have a molds. All things.
But not for these.
Okay. Black olives.
Now I've had all kinds of olives. The fabulous Kalamata Greek, the luscious Italian, Spanish. I've never had an olive in a chocolate.
This is a molds for the cocoa beans.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that mold. Like a cocoa bean. This luscious chocolate is got grappa in it, all right? Grappa, the most fabulous digestible liqueur from Italy. You know something? You've got to taste it. Leave it on your tongue, let it evaporate, and wait, meditate. And guess what happens? There's the retorno. The taste returns back again. Let's see what happens here. The thing is, while the white chocolate is exquisite, I prefer the darker ones. Like I prefer dark, tall men. I like dark chocolate, but this white one is really exquisite in its own category. Here's my fountain of youth. Chocolate fountain. Strawberry, my most favorite, luscious, juicy fruit.
We have here all specials of chocolate. We have chocolates from special country. We have from Tanzania. It's a very dark chocolate. We have special Sao Tome, Santo Domingo, Grenade, Papouasie. And now we have here cocoa beans. We can break all this one here. I make it. Yes. And we have here all cocoa, and this is the same.
Flavors of the world dipped in chocolate. I loved his black olive from Italy, but most of all I loved his red chili from India. What do you say? Hindi, German, bye-bye?